Christmas is fast approaching, and things are getting so hectic. So much to do and so little time. A couple of weeks ago, we reflected on the joyful encounter between Mary and Elizabeth. Today, let's look at another pair of biblical women, Martha and Mary. Depending on which translation of St. Luke's Gospel you read, Martha was distracted, anxious, worried and upset, or troubled with much serving, while her sister Mary sat peacefully at the feet of the Master. Distracted, anxious, and worried about many things. Sounds like a lot of us at this time of year. Are you a type A domestic diva like Martha Stewart, or someone more like Mary, who would prefer to sit in front of the fireplace all evening, giving your guests your undivided attention? At this time of year, would you rather make memories or exchange gifts? I remember so well my first Christmas as a little sister. I was responsible for about 20 elderly ladies, and as I was busying myself decorating, baking, and secretly wrapping their Christmas gifts, one of the ladies stopped me and said, "Sister, you don't take time to talk to us anymore." At first I was really upset, but then I realized that what the frail elderly really desire is not material gifts, but the gift of our presence and companionship. So how can we practice this ministry of presence in such a busy season, especially with the frail elderly? Sometimes the best thing we can do, especially if they are in a wheelchair or otherwise have limited movement, is to literally sit at their feet, just like Mary sat at the feet of Jesus. We need to slow down, move at their pace, remove distractions, unplug from our devices, speak slowly, make eye contact, and give them time to respond. As we do this, the elderly will be teaching us patience. St. Jeanne Jugan is a good role model for us. A young woman who visited the first home of the Little Sisters recalled how Jeanne leaned over the old women, listened to their confidences, smiled at them, kissed a few of them, and then left on her begging rounds. The young woman noted that Jeanne did things quickly, but without ever giving the impression of being hurried. Several years later, Jeanne Jugan received a visit from Charles Dickens, who noted that there was something so calm and so holy about her that her words went straight to his heart, and he felt as though he were in the presence of a higher being. In a book on the power of kindness, a spiritual writer described the qualities that Jeanne Jugan embodied. If you are a person of gentle feelings, you will attract others by a certain delicacy and attention to their small needs. By discovering their least desires and constantly foregoing your own, and by rendering little services even before they are requested. Do not wait for your neighbor to express a wish, but gratify his unspoken wish. Keep your eyes open to the needs of others. This brings us back to Mary's visitation to Elizabeth and her readiness to serve without having to be asked. Obviously, we can't achieve this level of attentiveness if we are distracted, anxious, or worried about many things like Martha was. So this week, let's ask our Blessed Mother to obtain for us her gentle, loving spirit. Be sure to check the links I've sent with this video for more suggestions on how to communicate with individuals with dementia and for practical ideas on how to simplify your holiday plans and wrap your Christmas in more of what matters: warm-hearted relationships with family and friends.